Welcome to Old Friends at Dream Chase Farm. We have 29 retirees here. They earned over $30 million. I think we have more stakes wins here than any farm in Kentucky, and they're all retired. The truth of the matter is that the only times these horses really run into problems and are in jeopardy is when they can't earn income anymore. And so what we've tried to prove with these old guys is that they're able to generate income, and they are. I like to tell people when they come here that if you're a racing fan, this is like having Larry Bird, Michael Jordan in your yard. We have horses that ran in the Kentucky Derby. We have horses that won Eclipse Awards. We have a horse who's in the National Racing Hall of Fame. And we get more than 20,000 visitors a year to come and see these great old champions.
Sunshine Forever continues to lead by a half. They snored on the rail on the outside, my big boy and Pay the Butler. They pass the 8th pole. Sunshine Forever still leads the way by a length. On the outside, Pay the Butler moving into second. And my big boy is third. But Sunshine Forever has the lead.
This is Sunshine Forever, and he's my favorite horse. He won the Eclipse Award in 1988 as turf champion for Dan Galbraith, the Derby Dan Farm. And he's the first horse ever brought home from Japan just to be retired. The 1986 Kentucky Derby winner and 1987 Horse of the Year, Ferdinand, died in a slaughterhouse over in Japan. And that's when Old Friends decided that part of our mission would be to repatriate some of these great American champions once their breeding careers were over. But one of the reasons that he's so special to us is because in the original article in the Blood Horse that revealed Ferdinand had died in a slaughterhouse overseas, he was mentioned by name as being in jeopardy. So he's the first one we set our sights on bringing home. And when he came home, I don't care how many people win the Derby and how many times they win it, when this horse came here and he finally stepped foot back on American soil, nobody was ever happier than I was. I was totally overjoyed. And then he turned out to be such a nice horse, too. He's got a great personality, and he likes me most of the time. This is Popcorn Delights. He wasn't much of a racehorse, but he said he didn't have to be fast, he just had to pretend to be fast because he was one of 8 horses to portray Seabiscuit in the movie with Tobey Maguire. Popcorn Delights is in all the scenes of the horses breaking out of the gate. And he's one of our premier attractions here at Old Friends, aren't you? This is a fly mask that he has on. It keeps the flies out of his eyes. And when these horses come here, we try to let them be horses. We leave them out. We don't bring them in unless they need to be treated for something or the vet's coming. And these two guys, this is Special Ring, and Special Ring and Popcorn Delights are kind of like Ralph and Alice Cramden because they don't really get along that well, but they're inseparable. They're two buddies. It's like Redford and Newman. Huh, what a pair. Unfortunately, we are a retirement home, and the only place they go is from the paddock to here. We don't retrain these horses. When we get these horses, they're usually too old. So they go from the paddock to this graveyard, and that, of course, is the hardest part of my job, which is, deciding sometimes in the case of Precisionist when the end has come. Now, I had the good fortune that Precisionist was intelligent enough to tell me when the time had come. He had some very bad sinus tumors, and so the last week of his life, I spent a lot of time in the barn with him, feeding him carrots, taking care of cleaning out his nose and doing all kinds of other things, and I felt privileged to have that experience. But one night I held my hand out and I showed him the carrots, and he looked right at the carrots and he looked right at me, he looked at the carrots again, and then he looked out the window, and I knew that was the end. So, Precisionist is in the National Racing Hall of Fame. He won 17 stakes races. He did amazing things as a racehorse, but I think the way he handled himself in those last few days was amazing. He just, if I go out with about 10% of the dignity that he went out with, I'll be very happy with myself. It's just been an amazing experience here at Old Friends, where we try to provide dignified retirement for these great equine athletes. These old great athletes love to have company, and we love to have people come here. There's no charge for our tours, and we have them at 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock every day, 7 days a week, and we'd love to have you come visit. Look forward to seeing you.